wants to come in. Radhika, one second. Khalikur Rahman also wants to come in. So just going by the logic that Mr. Zamir has given. So in states where the minority population is less, so those governments should actually give very less money to the minority population there, because jitni abadi utna hak is what the Congress party believes in. Khalikur Rahman, would that be fair then?
No, good evening. In fact, because when the BJP talks about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, but that is not actually reflected in the actions and the deeds of the BJP. And if any government, which is a non-BJP government, if is trying to do something good for the inclusive development, then the BJP is not able to digest that. So I think BJP should have welcomed this move, and they should have rather announced a similar kind of schemes in the other states also. Then it would have shown very clearly the BJP's intention and the BJP slogan of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas and Sabka Vishwas.
So Khalikur Rahman, you tell me something. When you have the Ujjwala scheme, or you have the Mudra loan, or you have the Jan Dhan Yojana, and talking specifically about the states, when you have this, Ladki Bahin Yojana, do they give it to only women who belong to a particular community? Or people who belong to a particular community? These policies exclude Muslims?
No, they are meant for everyone. But I'm sure you'll agree with me that because there are also schemes for the Dalit, there are also schemes for the SCs, there are also schemes for the STs, there are also schemes for the BCs. Likewise, there are also schemes for the Muslims.
But tell me something.
It is what class of Muslims? It is the class of the Muslim is very clearly defined. Because, for example, if my son or if Mr. Amir's son or the daughter wants to avail these schemes, will not be able to avail.
Manish
because
Bariyar.
It is, yes.
Manish Bariyar, quick response.
Yeah, good evening to you and to my co-panelists. See, this is a self-goal by Congress. Some of the schemes are welcome, I would say, and there is nothing wrong. But this hyphenation or binary about Hindus and Muslims is what I think the modern India rejects it. And Congress has to come out of this old divisive politics, which they have done for long years. And now the people of the country keeps rejecting these kind of policies. Karnataka is supposed to be a very modern kind of a state, and they should look forward to a lot of, industrialization and other policies. But look what they have done, 5,000 for imams. Now, it's not government's business really to pay. And why
for maintenance of Waqf properties?
Why have you excluded priests from there? So you've taken, imams and you've excluded.
Okay.
Now, priests. Now, these are the things which is a jarring note. There are a number of things which, as you mentioned also, right? I think all development work for Muslims, yes, but that 4% quota, a big no, because that should be on the merit.
Quota, a big no. Quota for Muslim contractors, a big no. Why exclude priests? Sheikh Amir.
I don't understand. BJP gives massive funds to temples and mosques, and suddenly they have problem when Congress is doing something for Muslims. When you say, again, I would reiterate this thing. Radhika Khede was talking about what Congress has done. She was in Congress. She better knows what Congress has done. She was a spokesperson of Congress as well. Now there is sudden shift of ideology. This happens when somebody from Congress goes to the BJP, and they start talking a different language.
Have you not welcomed people in your party from other political parties?
The Muslim women are facing double discrimination. First, being women, we know throughout the country, and second is being Muslim. So if I say that why Hindu mosques and temples are giving money, in fact there are BJP ruled governments where government fund was given for mazars, government fund was given for graveyards. Nobody talk about that.
Yeah, so you cannot then accuse them of excluding a particular community. Radhika Kheda wants to come in.
That is actually politics.
Okay, that is politics. So that is politics. Radhika Kheda wants to come in. Now allow her to counter you.
I am talking about the government.
Now allow her to counter you.
The Congress party wears a mask of inclusivity, but Karnataka's budget has ripped that facade apart. Let's be very clear. Congress has abandoned the principles of Ambedkar ji and Patel Sahab. Instead, they have embraced Jinnah's playbook. And when I say that, they are reviving Jinnah's band of religious politics under the guise of their governance in Karnataka. Now, here they're talking about a Muslim quota under OBC and pretending to be a champion of democracy. They're playing with the quota again. Right? Now, the hypocrisy, if you see, what kind of inclusive party systematically sidelines OBCs, SCs, STs and the majority community to prioritize only one section? And that is exactly what they've done in Karnataka. 1,000 crore for Muslim colonies, 150 crore for Waqf board for properties, 4% reservation and government. And when it comes to Waqf board, if you remember, before the 2014 Lok Sabha elections, the Dr. Manmohan Singh, Sonia Gandhi-led UPA government gave over thousands of crore worth property in Delhi to the Waqf board just right before the 2014 election for the Muslim appeasement. They have been giving away, selling the entire country. Bhai, hame bas vote de do
Okay.
kisi tarike.
Khalikur Rahman, you want to respond to that?
Contract-
Yeah, because
but
in fact-
even that has not worked, Khalikur Rahman, because you
Everything
yourself are
only
saying that
Muslims.
the Muslim community, if you look at it as a whole, has remained backward. So despite these attempts being made, with the BJP call this appeasement, it hasn't worked.
Yeah, actually, because I want to ask Radhika. Manmohan Singh ji has given properties worth about 1.5 lakh crores before 2014 elections in Delhi. I just want her to identify those properties. Because I think sitting on a national channel, it should not be making. I know. I was on the Waqf panel, man. I was on the national Waqf panel. So I know about the figures. I've got the figures on my tips, actually. So that's the reason. Don't try to mislead the people sitting on a national television. Till yesterday, you are in Congress, you are talking a different language. And today, your language has changed. At least be honest to
absolutely.
yourself.
The Constitution gives me the right, sir, to be where I want.
No,
You will not
definitely,
decide
but
where
be
I
honest.
will be. The Indian
Be honest to the
Constitution
people.
decides where I can
Be
where I
honest to
don't
the
want to be.
people.
And that
Be
is my
honest to the
freedom of
people. Be
speech and
honest
my
to whatever
choice
you
of
are
which
saying.
party I would belong to.
Don't try to
I do
mislead
not
the
belong
people
to
here.
people who want to break
all right,
the
gentlemen,
nation by
one second. Let me
supporting
bring in Manish Bariyar. Manish Bariyar, why call it vote bank politics right now? There are no elections going to happen in Karnataka. Are you saying, implying that perhaps the Congress is also eyeing Bengal?
Maybe, and even Bihar elections are there, even before that. So maybe, Congress really wants to send message to the Muslims of Bihar and maybe Bengal that if you vote for me. But, unfortunately, this kind of a politics gives a counter, a counter kind of a measures by other political parties.
Okay.
And that is what the real communalism is all about. They keep talking about communalism, but I think Congress has been the biggest supporter of communal politics.
All right.
This is one example
All
of
right,
that.
we are completely out of time.